Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Star Wars Rebels, Moonbeam City, Ruby, and Adventure Time. I am Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
I have regrets.
What?
I have regrets.
Oh, you have regrets. Okay.
I think I said no, don't answer that. Continue.
Because you're in the South, something like that. Today, Delaney and I will be discussing the latest episode of Moonbeam City, Stuntstravaganza.
Eh?
I mean, I guess that's an underwhelming title compared to some of the others we've gotten.
I mean, in comparison,
compared
yes.
Compared to Glitzatrine, One Town Seduction, and The Strike Visualizer Strikes Again. I mean, this was a pretty straightforward title.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, comparatively. As always, our Moonbeam City podcast may not be appropriate for younger audiences, much like the show we are covering. You are warned.
Like Chillins, come on.
Unlike the other podcasts we do, which you can find at overlyanimated.com.
Sans Rick and Morty.
Except for Rick and Morty, which we're not regularly doing anymore. You can... we cover Moonbeam City every week here on Overly Animated Podcast. As of now, no new episode next week. I'm warning you now.
What? Well, I mean, it's Thanksgiving. I really should know. I don't know why I was about to get upset.
I mean, the other Wednesday show we do is new next week. So I don't know.
Oh, you mean the one you do?
The one I do. And I mean the Overly Animated Podcast, as which you are
just
one of.
you.
Okay, so we're off to a great start here today. Let's get into Stuntstravaganza spoilers for this episode in all of Moonbeam City. Delaney, what did you think of Stuntstravaganza?
I was underwhelmed by the episode. It wasn't really
underwhelmed.
Well, it just wasn't a hit for me, I guess. Also, the thing I didn't want to happen happened twice. I was like, no, this stupid show.
Razzle,
dazzle. So mad. I was like, no, why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, they did it twice. It was great.
I was like, no, part of my soul cracked off and floated away. But, yes, my soul is brittle. But, I don't know. I mean, I liked the rad stuff. It was the concept of rad was really entertaining. I don't know. It was funny and it was fine. I don't know. I just wasn't I wasn't laughing out loud the whole time. It was just, I wasn't too impressed with it. There have been better episodes.
Agree on all points except for the razzle dazzle thing. That was great.
No, I mean, I warned everyone. Everyone should be prepared that I was like, if this happens, I'm going to be mad. And it happened, and I knew it was going to happen, and I'm still mad about it.
It was great. I mean, it was obviously required. So,
it was, but...
I mean, we also have the grandfather. Who is the grandfather's name? Frazzle, yeah, Frazzle.
And he did bad
he did bad things. Yeah, not the funniest episode of the show.
I do like Ghost Razzle.
Ghost Razzle is a good concept, but there's no great
silly.
Gags with him, you know?
No, he's just
kind of the same with the rest of the episode. The rad subplot was really funny at first, and then it just got meh.
Well, it was okay, we have these weird vampire people who live in
Why were they vampire people? Nothing said that they were vampire people.
No, I just mean they're just little pale creature thingies. I mean, obviously they're people, but they're all.
Stop thinking about vampires 24/7.
Oh my! What are you? Why is this What is this? Just roast Delaney? This is not
literally literally every week.
Oh my god! Anyway, I mean, the whole pale, shrunken, live in the darkness.
Why those are not a notable? They're not a notable part of the episode. That's okay.
No, but I'm just saying.
Do you agree with me that the rad plot was very good, and then it just got weird and dumb?
Yes. Well, it didn't get weird. It was just
it wasn't that weird, yeah.
Because it was and then he just literally climbed out of a hole. Who cares?
So
the robot was funny.
The robot was funny. Yeah, the big thing I've been keeping track of with the show is how ambitious it is with its diverging plot lines. This episode was kind of quieter in how it approached we're going to do one thing, we're doing another thing, we're doing another thing beyond that, you know. But it still did do that. I don't think it overextended. I don't think that was this episode's problem. I just think it wasn't that funny.
No, it just wasn't and honestly, as with most, in comparison to the other concepts with this show, it just fell flat. Oh, his dad's a stuntman. oh, he died. Oh, like I don't know. Like, is that? I mean, I feel like I shouldn't be like this, but like the show has like set the bar so high for like absurdity that like I'm just kind of like, oh, okay. Like,
Compared to other plots in the show, what we had was okay. Yes, it's his father, but he died, and then they're investigating, and
yeah,
then they pull off a stunt. Then they have a stunt off. Like
yeah,
that isn't too absurd. What the absurd part is it's his dad, and he dies halfway through the episode, and that's not even the end. So I
yeah.
appreciated that, but
I just, yeah, it's just like, eh.
yeah, I agree. But let's talk about it anyway. There's certainly some
Well,
funny
yeah.
parts still.
No, let's stop the podcast
Nope,
right
that's
here.
it. Yeah.
Bye.
There's certainly from some funny parts to get into,
Yeah,
especially with Rad
there
in the
were
beginning.
the rad parts were like quality
I
until a certain.
guess I guess first, what did you think overall of Razzle Novak, voiced by Adam West?
Well, the fact that he was voiced by Adam West is just amazing, and like, oh my god, Adam West. Well, Adam West does stuff like this all the time, and it's I don't know. I just think it's really funny that he's like on the show. Like, it's great.
Why is
Like,
that? I don't know. We have like names on the show.
well, no, I just mean like Adam West in particular. Like, Adam West cracks me up. Like, and I also grew up watching like the old Batman. Like, Adam West, like, I'm a fan.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
And like,
I don't think his character did much.
no, his character didn't do anything, but like it just the fact that he was like the voice like his voice just makes characters like great because he has a really like his like he's just funny like the way he voice acts, just the way he talks is just awesome.
The way he voice acts.
Listen, I don't even know
There's
why.
one moment I really appreciated later on that kind of explains the genesis of Dazzle's character, which I thought was necessary if we're going to bring his father in. We'll get to that. I really like that. Let's start with the thing with they're going for the parking spot.
What even like
This is
this
something
episode all started with a drag race. Can we just establish that right now?
you'd
Like,
expect
look
Rad and Dazzle to fight over the parking spot, but yeah, they drag race. Matt Dazzle says Rad Cunningham is president of the Academy of Sharts and Sciences.
like what? That's a pretty good joke though. Like, it was
The most
just
immature
not
joke, but I like. Yeah, it's
good.
absurd because they're playing off of the full name of the Oscar. Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
Okay, the
And it's really funny because like that's how they always talk to each other, like,
yeah
Rad, and it's so great. Like we know his name, and it's amazing.
yeah, and they just have to like
It's
have
beautiful.
antagonist
And
introductions
Rad
to
has
each
the
other.
dumbest stuff. Like everything he owns is stupid, and I love it. Like his car, like it's so dumb.
Rad
Rad is so
yeah,
dumb,
he is so
and
dumb.
everything says Rad on it. Like I hate him like so much.
I mean, as we learn at the end, he's such a believable.
He's such a
Such
hateable character.
hateable character. The quintuple flip and split. The first of 10 times we say that this episode.
Oh my god.
Are you impressed by the quintuple flip and split?
I was impressed at the end when the car actually split, and I was like, holy crap. Like, I enjoyed that part.
Holy crap, yeah. Rad wins. Dazzle, which spot is the closest? The closest or the second closest?
What?
That's
Why?
great.
You know which one it is, Rad.
Yeah. And then Rad on the elevator. This thing can't hold more than one douchebag. So you're saying you're a douchebag?
No. Chrysalis looks so done. Like, and then no, I really like the part where he's like, "Oh man, I had so much time to finish my coffee," and then he like chugs it and burns. Like, you're so dumb. Like, you only like. I love this. This is like my favorite part of Rad's character is that like, and we get it later more. Like, this is just his character. Like, he has so many outs all the time, and he never takes them. He has to keep going. Like,
this episode was not as much of the Rad outs, I think, as previously.
No, but like they were there.
They were, yeah, not as blatant. What was the last blatant Rad out?
Well, like, if he had just paid the $30.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right.
1.2
I didn't even
million.
consider that as an option. But
and then it's when he said that bitch, and he was like, "I mean, I'm so rich to pay."
Didn't we have this gag with Rad before, calling Pizzazz a bitch and then having to make up for it? Yeah,
it's so great. Like, also Pizzazz. Pizzazz wasn't in this episode as much, but I'm a Pizzazz fan. We all know this, but like Pizzazz in this episode was just great as usual.
She's some good lines.
Like, I love that she was going through his stuff.
Yeah, that was good. I do like the commitment to Rad's character of just continually, the one thing with him is like he can he just puts himself deeper down the rabbit hole like every single
I'm
every
the
single
thing.
time,
Okay, I think
humiliating
the like
himself.
gym from this episode is the Spinoflex stuff.
The gym from this
That
episode.
that is the gem. That is like the great. That is like the treasure from this episode.
Oh, the gem, because you have a pin pen thing. Okay, I see. Um,
What?
I'm making fun of your. I'm not making fun of your accent. I'm
Oh,
pointing out an interesting.
okay, Mr.
I'm pointing out an
Linguistics.
interesting linguistic facet in your accent, which
Okay.
was exemplified by the gem.
Look,
Anyway,
everyone, you tuned into the podcast today. I'm also getting a linguistics lesson because everyone on this stupid podcast is from
Google pin pen merger.
not
Okay,
Delaney.
Google that. Anyway,
Google that. Wow.
the what was I don't even remember what you're saying. The pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
she's
we'll
like,
get there. Hold on, we'll get there.
okay. Because
We
it's
got
like
we
my
gotta we
favorite
gotta
part.
go through we gotta go through all the
So
dumb
good.
gags before that.
Okay, like the rad gags are actually awesome until like the one part. Like I had forgotten how good
I
they
told
were.
you, yeah. The Rad's plot is really good in the beginning. We have Dazzle weeping during the interrogation with Chris. Chrysalis is doing an interrogation. I think this
It's
is
so good.
news. That's
I
news
liked
to
it.
me.
It is.
Yeah,
She's just supposed to work in forensics. What is she doing? Like
yeah. I
she's
don't know.
literally
She's like a legit
bones.
cop now. We have a
Are
backstory
you
set.
like
What?
she's a legit cop now? Forensics and cops are not the same thing. They're different. Like
This show has convinced me that forensics and cops are just the same thing.
they're not. I promise.
I mean,
As a forensics major, I can assure you they are not the same.
if
And there's nothing wrong with either of them, but
if
like they're not
Chrysalis
the
is
same.
any indication, they have merged professions. That's fine.
It's not like they actually solve crime in Moonbeam City. So
This episode is kind of standard. They were tracking down a murderer, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, this is true. Oh my god, everything this episode is
yeah,
so
you don't even notice it, but this is actually kind of a standard episode.
and they
right?
do. I mean, they get a confession.
The
and
absurd part is that
it's
it involves Dazzle's
stunt off.
father, yeah, and
Yes.
the stunt off at the end.
They actually abandoned one crime to try and solve this other crime. That really they caused this crime because they didn't solve the first crime.
Okay, that's true. That is true. We have a backstory for Dazzle. I saw the segment on Entertainment Weekly early. They put up an article on that. I forgot to link that to you.
Spoilers.
Yeah, the Entertainment Weekly, I think the past 2 weeks has put up a Moonbeam City article. I don't know. We'll see. 15-year-old Dazzle wanted to do stunts. His father, Razzle Nova.
His hair is atrocious.
I wanted to be just like him, although with a clean slate, STD-wise.
That was funny.
The triple flip and spit, bland him from the track, and he hasn't spoken to his father since. To get his danger fix, he became a cop.
Okay, I'm glad we established this. Like, why are you a
Yeah,
cop?
makes sense. Okay, there you go.
I'm fine. This seems legit. I'm all right. I accept it.
Only one man can help me drive my dick off, he says.
Like, what?
And then he goes to his thing at what are they, at a theme park? And that's where the
Yes, Mooniversal Studios.
Police brutality Stuntstravaganza.
So great.
Again, we're getting into the police brutality theme.
Great.
Dazzle, of course, enjoyed the show along with the kids.
Yes.
Excuse me, my son can't see. Get a taller son. What do you want from me?
I really like that. Get a taller son.
And then we have Dazzle meeting Razzle. And I guess their shtick is that they talk is that they both play at the father-son thing. There were two things racing 100 miles an hour today. Your car and my
so
heart.
dumb. So
Burning
dumb.
tires, more like yearning eye tears. Yeah. Razzle, dazzle, razzle, dazzle. It was great. Next, we're back in the garage with, or I don't know. They're coming out of the building, and Rad's like, great day, huh? And Pizzazz like, 4 of officers were accused of sodomizing a suspect with a broom. So no, says Pizzazz. So there you go. There's your Pizzazz. One of your Pizzazz lines.
Thank you, Pizzazz.
Then we start the things with the validate. Please insert your validation.
It's so great.
And then it has varying lines. Your complaints are invalid. How about you validate? Here's a thought.
It's so sassy.
Pizzazz has front row seats to something, apparently. I missed what she said.
Oh, it's like oh my god. She said like the something's like she said dome like 4 times. Like
I don't know.
it was like the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Yeah, it was
and
the
like it's
Dimsdale
basically
Dimmadome.
that.
Yeah. Rad's like, stupid bitch. I mean, I'm stupid rich, so I can so easily pay the lost ticket fee. $13, no $30. Yeah. So that was interesting.
It's so funny because like he clearly says 30 and he's like 13. Like, oh my god.
Rad, more rad garage stuff. His check for 1.5 cents. He was an extra in a TV, in a mirror, in a porno.
I can't believe he got a 1.5 cent for that. It's a lot.
But now we get to his spine flex pills that gradually curve your spine.
No, a partially used condom.
Oh, okay, a partially used condom. What? Okay. We have. I love Pizzazz just not understanding what you want spine flex.
Oh my god, it's so like.
So I can move forward into my lap with my mouth. Yeah, it's great.
It's so.
Well, you're the most disgusting person I've ever met.
This part of my body wants to be friendly
Yeah.
with this part of my body. Like, oh god.
I think it seems right that Pizzazz would not immediately understand this.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, why?
I want. Yeah, that it is very in character for Rad.
Oh my god, it's so stupid, and I love it. Like, it's just, and then like it comes back later, and it's just flawless.
Yeah. I don't know what's the other stuff on here. Back the assist droid. Oh yeah, so now we have the droid to back up the valet. I love the entire thing, just parodying these garage parking so good. Systems. Yeah. You killed validate murder. Yeah.
Yeah, murder
has not been valid. No one has gone below P6 and made it out alive, says Pizzazz.
I warned him. Everyone heard me. I tried. It was great.
I feel like I missed the one things. Okay. I don't know. No, I don't remember that. It don't runs on quarters. It runs on heads. I don't remember any of this.
Because he slams his head into the jukebox.
Oh,
let's learn, city boy. That's what he says.
There you go. I did not remember.
But honestly, this plot is like, whatever.
You don't like the stunt bar?
I mean, like, I don't know. Not really. It's fine.
Dazzle needs Razzle to teach him the perfect stunt, the quintuple flip and split. It's too dangerous, but it's to protect a future parking space. And like you say, the dumber the reason, the more it must be done. That's the stuntman credo. And this like explains all of Dazzle's behavior.
It does. It explains everything.
Like we have a legit reason for why Dazzle does the thing he does. It's because his father told him the dumber reason, the more it must be done. Do you think do you buy that goes along with being a stuntman? I guess so, right?
I mean, not really, but...
Yeah, I didn't see the connections.
Not like actual professional stuntmen who are actually like the most careful, like...
Yeah.
Men and women ever, because like they don't want to die.
I guess that's a thing.
I mean, yeah, because like...
Rad uses the spine flex bills.
Oh my god. I'll never fit in that vent. Wait.
They're back at a performance. Chrysalis is there for some reason.
No, he chugs all of the pills.
He chugs all the pills.
And he turns into a slug and slides into the vent. What? So good.
Makes sense, yeah. Razzle dedicates the performance to his son. Don't worry. Then he crashes. Don't worry, it's all part of the show. This is not part of the show. What an odd line to be all part of the show.
Rough mic, so the kids don't hear me say Razzle's dead.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have laughed, but it was great.
It was good. Great. They
also like they can't see his mangled, bloody body.
You know, his funeral, and then it springs into another grave. Only man to blame is Rat Cunningham. Interesting. I wonder if their relationship ever is going to actually be hateful. This would be the thing that would cause it.
I don't know. Actually blames him for it's that. So ridiculous.
We talked the denizens of P174, as Delaney brought up right in the beginning, because it was the most important thing.
Yeah. Always.
It used to be 40. They actually lowered it, the ticket fee.
I thought that was funny.
Shaft of Infinite Sorrow and Climbing, etc., etc. Fine Feather. This is the part where the episode is fast and absurd. And footage of the father's deaths. There's a fire. So they used actual fire. Someone must have switched.
Okay, we didn't talk about the faux fire and how it has a lime like aftertaste that you can like eat it. What?
Interesting. I don't know.
And it's faux ire.
Faux ire, yeah. Chrysalis dresses up as the stuntman.
You're missing Chrysalis's greatest line, where she's like, "It's not faux ire, it's like hot, fiery fire." Like she says it like the line delivery is flawless because it's like it's a great pun.
I missed the great pun. Again,
Oh
maybe
my
I
god.
blocked it
Did you
out.
even watch the episode, Dylan?
I must have
Oh.
blocked it out. Um, yeah, stuntman handshake, and then Chrysalis guesses stuntman don't handshake hands because only sissies touch each other.
Like, what?
Good guess, Chrysalis. Describing murder to a stranger. I am.
That was so, like, this is, like, I can't believe, like, okay, I can't believe that it worked because this show makes no sense, but,
This makes as much sense as anything. I am interesting in the
yeah.
man, so got any sweet murder deets for me?
Murder deeds.
Oh, wait, yesterday.
Oh, man.
He,
Like he forgot.
yeah, he drove me up the wall for years. If I see his boy again, and
That is
then
on really
Chrysalis says, "I'm sorry, I'm lied." Yeah,
And she has, like, she's like a robot with, like,
yeah,
what?
she's all that stuff on her.
It's ridiculous.
Why would you agree to that? We have his confession on tape. That's boring. There you go. Stunt off.
Why would he take him to the same office we're in every day? You're never in the office, Dazzle. Like, when are you in the office?
Yeah, exactly. Is this like a race? No, it's a stunt off. Jeez.
Why can't you get this?
Yeah. We go back and forth between Rad and this. I liked going through you have the shot of the graves for like 5 seconds,
Yeah,
and they
no, I
pass through
enjoyed
them.
that.
That was good.
I
The
did like
ghost of Razzle. If I was in the realm of ethanol, I mean ethereal. One stunty enough to just be Legstrom, which is apparently that guy's name, which I missed before when he was
Yeah.
on. They quintuple flip and split. They guided through together. Proudest ghost in heaven. What about Grandpa Frazzle? No, he's in hell. He did terrible, terrible things.
Then he leaves.
Flagstrom de-pants this man. Typical type of thing.
Like, what?
You put that. Dazzle put a sign there himself.
Yes. Shh, don't ruin the moment.
Rad made it up here. Initiate decapitation protocol. Says the good. Pay the damn fine. Emotional damage for Validate's family, which I liked.
And it's Valamom and Validad. Yeah. So good.
1.2 million. Raz is suspended until he pays it back, so now.
So does this mean we're gonna have like even dumber Rad adventures?
Yeah, is this a continuing?
I'm so excited.
Is it a continuing plot thread that Rad's suspended now? I don't know.
Please.
Wow, he's so effortlessly hateable. Rad is the stunt guy.
So good.
Hey, look, everyone, my dad's ghost. There you go.
Yep.
So yeah, overall, I mean, we were laughing at a lot of stuff in the beginning, but it got rough. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just whatever. I mean, it's not like. I mean, I don't think it's bad. It's just like some of the like again, 2 weeks ago was like the most amazing thing ever. 3 weeks because there was I don't know. We all know what I'm talking about. And
Losers
then
and liars. Yeah, that was 2 weeks
like
ago.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then we have this. It's like, what are you?
I mean, it's fine. It's not like it's that much of a quality difference. It's still fine, I think.
I mean, I don't know. I just didn't like. I don't think this is a plot that necessarily that like. I don't know. Like these. Like this is one of those like plots that like I've seen. Like I don't know. Like I don't know if it's because I've seen it so many times or if it's because I just don't like the plot. Like
it was a tropey plot. Yeah.
And I'm just like, whatever.
The show needs to be careful when it like gets to the climax of the episodes and it does the increasingly absurd types of things, because if it loses its humor, then you just get lost in whatever it's doing.
I mean, this episode, I don't know. This episode just, I mean, I actually think part of my problem with this episode is that it's not absurd enough.
I don't know.
Like, I think there's an absurd bar, and it just didn't hit it for the normal level of absurdness we have in the show.
I'm not sure.
Though the Rad Spine stuff was quality.
Oh, so that was the right level absurd. Okay. Yes. That's just typical Rad that we've had other shows.
I know. I don't know. I just wasn't that pleased with the main plot in this episode. It just was meh.
So we're still waiting for the show to find its footing, I guess.
Yeah.
There's 2 more episodes listed on the TV listings for now. I don't know if there's 10. It makes sense if there's only 10 episodes in the season. Yeah. On December 2nd, The Legend of Circuit Lake. And on December 9th, The Wedding of Rad, *lie. So I don't understand that title, but okay.
Well, I mean, who would marry Rad?
*lie. I'm sure this will introduce the equally absurd Rad female counterpart.
That'd be pretty great.
Yeah, so we'll see on that. So yeah,
or unless it's just another like dumb plot where Rat is like, yeah, I'm getting married, and then he just like,
oh, and then he has to fake it,
and he has to like get a wife, and like has to like, or he has to plan this wedding and have a wedding.
Look, we're writing the wedding of Rat already. Yeah,
yes,
we're writing it ourselves. Okay, we'll be covering those 2 episodes, and apparently, so as of now, it's not new next week, but with Comedy Central, who knows? So I'm Dylan Hysen. That's Delaney Stovall. You can find out everything about this podcast at overlyanimated.com. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thanks to our current patrons, Shayna, Mitch, Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, and Jamie, aka Hey Now, Fever, Mitch, Cordell University, Beatrice, Strange, Buzz, like your mailman. Of note, this is my 3rd podcast today, which is a new record, so that's good.
Is it? I swear.
I thought we've
done this before.
I checked on iTunes and we hadn't published 2 in it. We hadn't published 3 in a day. Maybe I've recorded 3 in a day.
Well, I mean, you have, because that's why we used to record these like on Thursday. But then it's like I have to have my job meeting, and you had to have a job meeting, and then we were like, okay, we're just gonna do Wednesdays.
Well, we had I think it was just because the Rebels won, but that's okay. Anyway, we all do it. You check out our other coverage and stuff like that at overlyanimated.com. Last thoughts, Delaney.
This episode was meh, but the spine pills were just.
I'm glad that's what you've taken away from this episode.
It's so good.
That and vampire people.
And like the validate, like the robots were.
The validate bot was the best part for me. Yeah. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.